Alright guys, welcome to another episode of Bobby's World. So, I wanted to do a cool new thing. I kind of wanted to start getting you guys to see my face. I look like crap, sorry. I'm sick right now, I'm dealing with a cold, but we're going to power through because these last 3 days I did something really fun. But first, I want to give a shout out to one of my sponsors, the OP Seats. So if you guys think about getting a new cool gaming chair, you can hit the link below, like and subscribe. We have a giveaway when we hit 1,000. Last time I checked, we're at 850. We're getting close. Once we hit that, we're going to give away a $50 gift card to iTunes or Google Play Store, whatever you use. So, wanted to get those things out of the way because I wanted to talk about this Blitz that I just did for the last 3 days. So, as you know, it was the Carnage Blitz. It was the first one, so they were giving away character shards on every tier. But I wanted to see if a free-to-play player or somebody who just isn't a whale or wants to spend money on the Blitz itself, can they get into the top 1,500? So as you know, this was probably the most popular Blitz and highest level Blitz that we've seen, and that's not only due to popularity, but also the power of teams is rising, therefore causing more points to go out and therefore making it harder to get into the top 1,500. So I spent a lot of time on this. So if you're going to do the 3 days, it's going to be your top 5 to 7 teams. Mine was Fury, Brotherhood, Defenders, Avengers, Tech Team, Cosmic, Mystic, and Kree. So those were my top teams that I kind of cycled through every 2 hours, and in those every 2 hours, going through those 7 teams took about 30 to 40 minutes. So it is very time consuming. So if you're trying to get in that top 1,500 and you're not paying to buy new cores, or you're not paying, to cycle through more, battles and things like that, it's going to be rough. I'm just giving you a heads up. I mean, I woke up throughout the night. There was one night that I slept through my alarms, unfortunately. So, you got a little leeway. You could get like 6 hours of sleep probably every night. But I averaged anywhere from about 4 to 6 hours of sleep. But in between that, I was waking up 2-3 times. It was very long, very stressful, very time consuming. 30 to 40 minutes every 2 hours. That's a lot of time. I really hope they find a way to rework that. As right now, obviously it is. I would recommend switching back to a 6-hour timeline because you're still going to have the same results for people, but you're not playing as often. And it just seems to be too much. That's really hard. And it used to be 6 hours, so that was really good. Maybe compromise into 4 hours at least, like 30 minutes to 45 minutes every 4 hours. That seems to be a lot better. But I don't know, that it was really rough. I'll never ever do it again. I literally was just curious to see how it would turn out. So I will show you the teams that I used. So we had our top team at 157, 160, somewhere around there. One of those 3 variations of shield teams I used, depending on the team I was facing. And then my Brotherhood's only at 142, Defenders at 131. I can tell you they are not very good on Tier 8, or at least my team isn't, because they would lose to a lot of teams. So it was very scary using them, especially towards the end. Guardians is pretty much a guaranteed win, so they're great. Shield team at 150, they were also very useful. And then I made together this kind of cosmic Mystic, whatever, team put together. They did okay. They didn't do great, but they didn't do bad either. And they were at 130. And then the Kree team was the last team that I would use, first every time. And then they would be a guarantee on Tier 8. So that was really useful. Like, they would win against Tier 8, Tier 3, which is insane to me. Like, they were able to keep up that far ahead. I mean, they were facing teams that were like 130K, 140K, and they were just mopping the floor of them. So I'm glad they made the Kree team useful. They're not OP. They're kind of like, I guess the greatest comparison is Defenders, because they're kind of slow like them, but they hit a little harder than the Defenders do, and they don't heal quite as much. So those were the only teams I cycled through every 2 hours. Nothing crazy. As you can see, their power levels weren't even that high. So it's not like, I'm doing it because I'm a dolphin or a whale or whatever you want to call it. No, not at all. Anyone can do it. It was hard, and I was very scared because all the predictions were saying, 5.6 mil to 6 mil, and I barely tipped 6 mil. So if, they were wrong at all, I was screwed. I wasn't getting the top 1,500. All that work, all that every 2-hour alarm, that would have been for nothing. So it was hard. It was very hard. But as you can see, when I go into the Blitz and I go over to Carnage, I ended at 1361. I was super happy. I'll play the clip right now so you can see my reaction. Let's do this. Let's figure out if we won or not. I really worked hard on this. Sorry for the sniffling and stuff because I am sick. Go to Blitz. Hey! We made the top 1,500. Oh my god. So with a score of 6 million, we made the top 1,500. Now, obviously, there will be some things that, some scores will be adjusted. I think it takes a little bit of time for all those scores to adjust. But it looks like 5.96. Looks like it was pretty close to the cutoff because all these are by ones and stuff. So, looks like getting over that 6 million was really what you needed. I think that's one of the highest ever. But, oh man, that feels so good. Because I'll tell you what, if I didn't make that top 1,500, that would have really hurt. But now we get 85. We get to unlock them. Yeah, I was so excited. I couldn't believe that I pulled it off. I mean, when you go in here, you can kind of see, the top team, 28 million. That's, I don't even know how you begin to do that. You had to spend money. I mean, I was doing it every 2 hours. And I'm not that far back as far as, total team powers or anything. I don't know. That's crazy. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of time and energy put into that. They must be paying people to run their accounts during the off hours or something because that's just insane. I usually see the same names up top every time too. But yeah, as you can see, you can go through and you can kind of see some of these teams and what they do. And it's just very, very hard to do. Let's see what else. Oops, I accidentally clicked into that. So, yeah, I mean, I got it. I got to unlock them, so that was nice. I got the 21 character shards from the milestone, as you can see in the photo here. And then when I got the Blitz and top 1,500, I got another 85. So I was able to unlock him. I really like Carnage. I love his character, the way it looks, the way it operates. A lot of damage. So I'm very excited to build him up. I'm not going to build him up until I hopefully get Captain Marvel, hopefully, yeah. But if you're trying to figure out, as a free-to-play player, not to spend money during the Blitz to get to the top 1,500, if you have any type of roster like mine, you can absolutely do it. It's close, and this was the most popular one, so you could even do it in the ones that aren't as popular, like Rocket or, the other characters that are maxed out for most people, and they run random blitzes. I mean, most of those only hit 3-4 million, so you could definitely do it. So you got to get a good head start though. You really got to work hard that first day, knock out most of the milestones, if not all the milestones, the first day, and then just kind of keep chipping away at it throughout the day. I don't think you have to go as crazy as the overnight thing. I just wanted to see, and especially since this was the most popular one, how high I could really get. And 6 million is definitely the top. I don't think I could touch that again for a long time, and I don't think I will. It was very, very hard. As you can see, I'm very tired, and I was sick on top of it. So it was just it was a lot. It was a lot. I wouldn't recommend it. I will never do it for another character again. It's not worth it. It really isn't. It's kind of like, when you purchase these $50 packages to unlock Carnage or whatever. It's too much. That's too much to get a character, and time is also money, right? So that's too much. That's, basically spending the $50 for the package if you consider the time that I spent doing this. But, to each his own. If you're trying to get a character and you're really trying to do it, you can do it. I'm telling you right now, you can get to the top 1,500. It's just time and dedication to do it. Hope you guys liked the video. Let me know. Like, subscribe below. Like I said, the contest, you can get that gift card. We're only 150 away. That means it's coming soon. So let's get it. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Deuces.